get on.
We saw that the bus driver was talking on the phone, and he got out of the bus and walked out.
I looked that up.
What was amazing?
I don't know who all was loaded on the buses.
It was all her staff.
Adam Schiff.
Staffers.
Yeah.
Schiff
Adam
was,
Schiff.
Was he already on the
Adam
bus?
Oh, yeah.
Schiff was
No, it's Adam Piece of Shit.
That's right. That's right.
No, that's my word.
And Nancy
Pencil Nick.
All right. So anyhow, so Schiff was loaded on the bus.
Oh, sure.
because
Yeah.
About the time.
Yeah,
I
and
was-
they're heading off to Afghanistan.
right.
And Egypt.
When we've
and
got our
Brussels
country
Brussels,
shut down.
Egypt, and Afghanistan.
Yeah.
How callous.
on a PO. Well, they've just been to Puerto Rico and had a great time. So why not
that
go
was their
somewhere?
They had to
vacation,
get intel from the frontline commanders, NATO and the
So
generals.
They were
and-
going to be gone for 7 days, so they had the buses loaded. Baggage was being put under the little carriers and everything like that.
No, it was already
Right.
closed up.
and ready to go. And Trump sent out a letter.
Yep.
You have the letter, Rick?
I
Well, how
do.
they deliver the
Why
letter?
don't you read it, Rick?
I wonder why.
I'm
I wonder
interested
why I
in
thought
logistics,
you had
really.
the letter. Okay.
All righty. Here we go. Dear Madam Speaker, due to the shutdown, I'm sorry to inform you 30 minutes before
You're
the
losing.
flight that your trip to Brussels, Egypt, and Afghanistan has been postponed.
Like the State of the Union.
We will reschedule this 7-day excursion when the shutdown is over. In light of the 800,000 great American workers, this is really small print,
Yeah.
not receiving pay, I'm sure you would agree that postponing this public relations event and negotiating with me and joining the strong border security movement to end the shutdown. Obviously, if you would like to make your journey by flying commercial, that would certainly be your prerogative. I look forward to seeing you soon, and even more forward to watching our open and dangerous southern border finally receive the attention, funding, and security it desperately deserves.
All right. Let me ask you a question.
Sincerely,
Donald.
DJ.
Should we do dinner?
I like the fly commercial. Here's what you need to do. You guys need to go down there. You need to go through TSA and why they're scanning your bag.
That's right.
You need to explain to them why they're not getting paid. Look them right in the eye. You tell them why they're not getting paid. You go
See, they don't have
fly commercial.
What was interesting is the different reaction. When Pelosi said that there's going to be a postponed State of the Union, all of the networks, what a badass. Way to go.
Brass
You see who's
ovaries.
boss now.
Yeah.
Brass ovaries.
That's right.
And then all of a sudden when he reacts, they say, oh, that's
He's
childish.
just overreacting.
That's fifth grader.
Fifth grade.
Yeah.
You know what? Thank you. That was great because you're 100%. It's only 2 days ago that Pelosi is elevated all the way up to here for being this speaker that says, hey, we need to postpone this. We can't have it to be, you can't have a political platform to get your this out, that out,
and
security reasons.
She insulted
Yeah.
the Secret Service. They were very
Security
angry.
reasons, and so on and so forth. But just 2 days later, Trump basically does this. Actually, I still do not feel that she has the authority
To stop the
to
State
stop
of the
the
Union?
State of the Union.
I don't think so either.
I thought it's
don't-
always on her invitation.
It's invitation to address the joint
That's
house.
protocol.
But he could give the State of the Union anywhere. And what
Okay.
I would do is
Yeah.
put it in a huge venue, have 1 million people there, instead of
might.
everybody sitting there and her running her tongue over her
I-
teeth.
I-
like
I-
last
Should he do
time.
that?
disagree.
Should he do that and where?
I disagree with you.
Yeah?
I think. Well, first of all, let's keep the focus here. Donald Trump, the Donald Trump that they don't want to accept, he was elected in this country, okay? And I don't think we should allow the power to be brought down to one liberal congressional district in California. And that's who Nancy Pelosi is, one liberal congressional district in California.
But she's the speaker. of
I
the
understand
House.
that. I understand that. But here we have this, and you have the President of the United States, and I get infuriated. I pick things apart. I get infuriated because it's the State of the Union, and we have such a major loss of what the Union is,
Yeah.
and what it actually is and represents. I mean, the Union is what makes Kansas relevant. Idaho relevant,
Yeah.
Iowa relevant. It's the union, and that's why California is no more relevant than Idaho today.
So do you think he should wait till he can do it to the joint chamber?
Oh, hell, I think he should drive down there and go on the front door and let the video cameras show him being turned away. I'm here on time.
Now that's
Okay.
interesting.
How
gotta think
about you, Jane? What do you
I
think?
gotta think about that.
Let's plan
Okay.
a new
No,
venue.
That's pretty.
Rick, what about you?
Let's
Let's
plan a
have a
new
fun
venue.
No,
fundraiser.
it's your dag. The capital is yours.
I
That's
think.
right, it is. You're right.
What do you guys think? Do you think he should do it, and where?
Oh, I think you should. I think it should be a State of the Union address to the people, for the people, and somewhere else.
What about this?
Instead of sitting in
I didn't
front
get
of
to
those
say that.
Let
nimrods.
Jane
We
talk.
jumped
I
over. You
wanted
said you had to
get
think
my
about
idea.
it.
No, I've thought about it.
Okay, now Jane.
What happens if he just shows up? I mean, what's she going to do? She said, we're not inviting you right now, which is protocol. Has that ever happened in the history
No,
of the
it
country?
has
I
Never.
don't think so.
No.
So she's put her, you know what, on the line, and he just says, he may not say I'm coming. The Dems would not come. I mean, I would just
Fine.
show
Yeah.
up, Miss, all hear ye, the President of the United
Well, you
States.
wonder.
I wanna hear that,
You wonder if the
exactly.
networks would show up, though.
Huh?
You wonder if the
They
networks
have
would show
to
up.
because they'd be
Well-
afraid somebody would
Oh
get
no,
something
they
they wouldn't.
flinch.
Yeah.
They flinch. They play chicken on it.
Well-
Yeah,
and
then-
they would flinch.
No, you
oh,
don't
no,
think.
there's no way those
Even
networks are not
Fox.
going to show up.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
they're going to show
Okay.
Oh,
up.
they're going to show.
They're going to show up,
Yeah.
and then they'll be
If
creating
I was
some
him,
kind of-
I'd have all the angel families behind me as I gave my State of the Union
Okay,
address.
well, wait a minute.
So you think he
All
should
right.
do it and,
All right.
and like go into
just
the
go
chamber?
in anyway.
I think he should do it, but at the border. I think he should just stand in front of the border. Maybe a few people paid to crawl
It's an
over
interesting
and
idea too.
And have him
I think
take a
it'd be great.
beanbag and knock him
and
off
have the
fence.
angel families there and the
You know,
border patrol
just
and all
think
that.
about it. If he showed up at Congress, I mean, what would she do? Would she go? Would she stand there?
Would she sit next
I
to
mean,
Pence
what would she
behind
do?
him?
Would she just? He'd have to say that he's coming. I mean, they have to get there. It's
Well,
an
you know,
evening event.
something's going to happen because it's scheduled for the 29th. So I think something's going to happen.
I think
You'd
that-
have to let the Republicans know because they'd have to be there. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know. It could be a mess.
I
He
think
could
that the
lose
main
on that
thing
one.
she didn't want him to say was that they won't negotiate with him, they won't build the border, and it's more important for them
She's
to
not
have
gonna say
illegals
that.
around than it is American people being safe. And he
not gonna
doesn't
say
want.
that.
She doesn't want him to say that.
Okay, the State of the Union. The State of the Union. She does not want the American people to see the Democrats sit on their hands. Now we know the State of the Union is the party in power. Stands and cheers and then sits down, and the other party sits there. Okay, all right. That's the optics. She does not want the optics. She does not want Trump filling the gallery. Okay, she doesn't want Trump filling the gallery. She doesn't want, and I didn't know I was going to discuss this, so no disrespect, but you remember the last time Trump had the soldier's wife that was there, and she looked up and
Yeah.
she was teared up, right? Mm-hmm. The optics of that played on TV for a week. Now, I don't want to say sensationalizing loss and hurt, but that hit home with America, remember?
It should.
All right.
It
The
should.
Dems do not want to be seen sitting down as Donald Trump looks up. And I think Reagan was the first to do this. I think Reagan was the first to use the gallery this way, in a powerful way.
Well, Obama
okay?
used it all
But Reagan
over
started.
Yeah.
And he does not want to look up and point to the families and name them and ask them to stand, okay, next to Melania Trump in that box and watch the Democrats sit on their hands.
And let me
They
tell you,
don't
the
want
first one that
out
he's gonna point out is Singh's brother,
there.
the
Exactly.
policeman from
Yes.
California.
Sergeant Singh from California, and his brother was at the border with him.
Exactly.
last week.
I saw that.
You know, this could backfire on her.
It's already
It already
happened.
has, I think.
Really, I mean, it could really do her in because think of the precedent that she is maybe setting. That anytime if you're not in charge of the House, you just don't get invited to do it. I mean, the precedent is pretty scary, but she can look like egg and anything else on her face. If really there's kind of an uprising, I mean, I don't think it would be right for us to have done that to Obama. I mean,
I
that's
think it
just
would be
beyond the
brilliant.
pale.
I think it would be brilliant if he just did not do the State of the Union message anywhere in Washington.
Well, I
I
think
think it
you're
would
right.
be
I think he
brilliant.
should go somewhere else.
He's the
He should.
Yeah,
send it
because
in
that's
by
that's
Skype.
become
He's the
such.
people's
All right,
president.
whoa.
Okay, sorry.
Okay. Back down.
Okay,
Bring
okay,
it down.
I don't think there's an answer, really.
I'm not going to. I love our capital. It's ours.
It
It's
is
not
ours.
theirs.
And they work for
The
us.
people's house.
That's
And don't let 'em
right.
run
That
us out.
angers me.
Think
And
of that.
actually, I know I'm a little different. Okay.
We'll debate that in the next
But
session.
the next session.
I like my State of the Union. I've liked them since I was 8 years old. I like the guy that comes in the chamber and says, "Hear ye, Mr. Speaker, the President of the United States."
Yeah, I like it too.
like it. I want him to shuck and jive all the way down the aisle. I want him to
High-fiving.
high-fiving,
Knuckle
shaking hands.
bouncing.
Oh, everything. I want him to take all the time going down through there. I want him to get up there and say, "I'm here to report tonight the State of the Union is good," and cheer. And I go for that. I like it.
I'm insulted
pep
though when,
rally.
like last time,
Right.
you know, Nancy Pelosi and all of them sit there when, when like you were saying, the soldier's wife that was there, and they get this sour look on their face, and they don't even clap for this woman. That
Well, yeah,
was just,
the-
that was
That's
sorry.
the optic you just said that I want. But this is.
But it didn't
our
bother them
capital.
last time. It didn't.
But
They
this
sat
is
on their
our
hands last time. It
capital.
didn't bother them a bit.
And wait a minute. Then the cameras pan, and what do we do at home? We say, "Oh, that low life congressman there. My God, he's still there." And that low life piece of, And I wanted all that. Now the venue, okay. And I'll tell you what I want Trump to do. And we got to end this subject because we got a couple other things. Don't have to end it. But here's what I want Trump to do: is I want him to do a real State of the Union. Now I like my president. I love when he goes on campaign rallies. I love when the dude gets proud of himself and he says something and he struts this way.
I'm
and
a
that
billionaire,
way.
whatever
Right.
you got.
I love all that. I love all that because I know that just made the media so mad. I do not want him to do a campaign rally. I want him to do a State of the
Presidential, is
Union.
what you're
Yes,
saying.
sir. I want a State of the Union, and
Black
I want him
suit,
to lay
red
out
tie.
the details of what he wants to do. Like a president should, and I think he should lay out the details on what is really happening at our border, lay out the details that this is costing us $155 billion to $200 billion a year to take care of these people. I want him to do that, but not a campaign rally. I don't want to go somewhere like I'm okay with a venue.
Let's do both.
But I don't want it to just stop in cheers and cheers and cheers. I want a State of a Union.
If I were the editor
I'll say that.
of the New York Times,
That's the
not
end of
that.
my thing on that, and I
I
think he
would
should show
go.
up.
He would make the speech. No Dems there. The headline would be huge. Upper fold. Shame. And have the Democrats empty.
Okay, where's
not
those headlines
there.
going to play?
They're not going to play in a regular liberal
Thank
rag.
you. You
Well,
move the venue, the headlines are not
It
playing.
never
the
does.
next
Nothing
day.
does. I don't care. It'll be,
Yeah, but if he does it,
He should go, even if they don't go, is what I'm
Forces the
saying.
CNN, he forces the NBC, and he forces CBS and ABC to focus in on that.
And
for
that
that.
they're not there. That's going to be obvious. Do you think they will boycott, or do you think they will
If it goes to
sludge
another- if
in?
it goes to another
if he
venue,
says no,
they
in
won't
the
respect
Congress,
it.
no, that's right. They won't respect it.
Well,
In
they
the
won't
Congress,
respect it as a State
it's
of
a
the
lot
Union.
more pressure if they have it in the Congress for them to show up. Don't you think? If he does it legitimately, if he goes to a rally, it's just a rally. He's not pressing their hand.
Who knows for sure?
No,
Maybe we should
don't
move on.
know. But what are we going to bet? Let's bet.
No, we don't want to bet right now. Let's be clear.
There's no gambling on the All-Star
Yes,
panel.
there is.
Wait a minute. Okay.
Come on,
No.
Big
Jane.
Let's predict.
Jane wants some action.
Let's
on it.
predict.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Laying
All
odds
right,
today.
Jane. You know,
Action Jackson.
All right, roll up the sleeves.
Yeah.
Okay. So
All right, you got 10 chips. Where do you want to put your chips?
You know where I want to put mine.
Okay, so we're betting. We're voting.
Yeah,
I
we're
don't know what the
predicting.
bet
We're
will be.
predicting.
Let me frame the question. Will there be a State of the Union? It has to be a State of the Union address this month. Will it be at the Capitol or a different venue? Or just not
Yes,
at
there'll
all?
be an address. Where it's going to be, I don't know.
But you got to step out on a limb and say
Well,
something.
all right, go ahead.
Okay,
No,
yes,
it
there'll be an address. Let's just say it's like the last address he gave from the Oval Office, and he has all the angel families behind him in the Oval Office doing the direct address. That's my prediction.
Okay, what about you?
I say it's going to be back to normal. I predict
He'll defy Nancy and do it in the joint chamber.
it'll be in the joint chamber, and the government will be open, and there will be a deal.
Oh, that
Before
is
the
big.
29th.
That's
He's
all
going
your
for
chips
all
are
the
I'm
chips.
going down. I'm pushing them all into the center,
Optimistic.
Jerry.
Show me the money. Show me the money.
Isn't that called go fish?
I don't know
I'm all in.
Where do you go with
I'm
that?
going for broke today.
Well, I'm backing off. I think it is going to be in the joint
After she
chamber.
started all this.
I think he's going to give his address, and if we have to go, who's going to come? I mean, but I think he's going to do that. I really am not sure there's going to be a deal by then. I won't go that far. But,
Cindy
so I'm happy.
just
It's gonna
texted me
be
and said the feed is stopped.
Hey, is our feed went down?
gone down.
Is it red?
Okay.
All right.
Ask her, Cindy, can you see us?
Okay.
Great.
All right. So if it's running red and I don't have any other messages on it. All right. So let me say this. So you're all in. Rick, you got to come back.
He's big.
You put a big matzo ball out there.
I did.
Give us your theory. You can't just lay that out. What kind of deal? When did it? What happens?
Well, I think there's going to be enough pressure. I mean, the poll just came out today that the Hispanic community went from 31 to 50% in favor of a wall.
Really?
In favor of a wall, and that's
missed
all over
that.
the airwaves today. I think there's going to be enough pressure
Whoa.
that both sides are going to come off. They think they're going to be winners, and they're going to come off and say, okay, we gave him this, but we got this. Not going to be a DACA deal. It's not going to be that big. But he's going to get his dough, and there's going to be pushback, and I think that it's going to end.
Okay. And you think it's going to end?
I do. By the
How does-
29th.
All right. How does
Optimistic.
Nancy? How does everybody? If it ends, how does Nancy Pelosi save face? If more than $1 is spent, how does she handle
This is-
that?
She's going to say, I got the government open, then the
They're
money
gonna
will
take-
fade to the
all
They're
the
going
background.
to change the wording from a wall to a barrier because they've all been on news this week saying, well, we need a barrier, we need a fence, we need a blockage. So they don't want to say wall because Trump ran on build the wall. So now they're going to call it something
Anything but,
else,
yeah.
call it,
Trump's already said, I'll call it anything you want to call it.
Yes,
Call
but
it
see,
whatever you
they
wanna
think
call it.
that's their idea. So they just want to get his talking point of the wall has been built for 2020 off the table. So
That's
they'll
exactly
call it,
right.
They'll call it
What
Jack
now?
and
They wanna do
Jill.
what?
So
I mean, you're absolutely right, and
gotta
it all
do
comes down. It all funnels down to one specific thing: promises made, promises kept, and they do not want that talking point available in 2020.
even though
They
he'll
need
use
something to refute.
Well, he's going to run on promises made, promises kept. What does then? Okay, I asked that. What if Trump doesn't get 5.7 billion and they hand him 1.6 billion? Does
They
he-
alit did that.
Yeah,
That's
well,
that's
I
out
think they
there.
took it-
But what if he takes that?
No, I don't
won't.
think Trump will take that. I think that they're going to come up with maybe 2.5. I did read an
3.
article that the government has spent on those sound barrier walls that are all across the country.
Right.
Do you mean the?
Six.
We talked about that on
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wednesday.
You already did?
Yeah.
$6
If you
billion.
watch the show on a regular basis,
We do
Bruce
our
and I-
research here. I mean,
Bruce
you
and
know,
I, Bruce and
Okay,
I
this
talked
is
about
the
that.
point
Yeah.
that we're
Oh, you
missing
have a
right
show
here.
on Wednesday.
Well, he
Wait,
was
I
sick.
know.
What
No,
we're
I
missing is there's 2 more caravans collecting up right now. One's already
Biggies.
starting out. The problem with this is it's starting to cost Mexico money because the whole area of Tijuana is full of trash. They've got sick people they're having to deal with. It's going to be worse and worse, and Mexico is going to put pressure for the wall themselves because it's starting to cost them money and it's starting to hurt their people. And when the shoe gets on the other foot, it starts to pinch you. And I think that will also be a factor in something she could come up with. Well, Mexico's having such a hard time and they're our neighbors and we're going to help out. I mean, it's
Mexico.
crap, but I mean, it's a basic fact that they're losing money. They're having to spend money on this immigration problem. So then it becomes a real problem for them, therefore the same real problem for us.
You want an interesting factoid?
Yeah.
Yes.
In 2017, the U.S. sent to NATO $686 billion. You think they could just carve a little bit out of that budget and
Yeah,
say,
like a
we're going to do
nickel's
it on our
worth?
wall here for our security?
All right,
Slam
well, you
dunk.
know, I'm a little on both sides. Something's very bad wrong here, and the American people should just pick up on this. That something's bad wrong because we are spending billions into the trillions into this massive, massive worldwide military effort
Like
that for some
abortions in
reason
other countries?
that cannot be touched. We have kids, and I call them kids. I respect them as men and women, but you know, they're up to the point they're kids. We've got these kids all over
breaks
the
my
world
heart.
marching on borders today to protect somebody else's border, build somebody else's fencing, and we're struggling. I mean, what you just said, we're struggling to talk about whether we can get $5.7 billion to our southern border. They do not want borders, and they don't want borders. But let's move to.
Wait.
Go ahead. Okay. Well,
You didn't give us your thought on what was going to happen with the
Yeah.
with the
Where's
State of
your
the
matzo
Union.
balls?
We all threw it out
He's
there.
classic. I think he's.
I think you have an interesting take that it's going to end, be solved, and move along. I hope not. I hope that things stay shut down.
Okay.
Because I think we leave a lot that we haven't talked about. I think we leave a lot of the stuff that we haven't talked about that I think Trump's brilliant. Look at what's been exposed. I think the American people have been exposed to the fact that, oh, you mean a partial government shutdown equals 800,000 people?
Non-essential.
Right? So I think
Right.
that's been exposed.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean a government shutdown is costing $200 million a week? Is it a week or a day? I don't know, it's 1.5 billion or so, but is it a day or something like that in a week? 200 million a week that's not going out? I think he's exposing TSA. I don't care if you all go home. Go home.
I think he should do
'Cause
a Reagan on them and say,
TSA
you know, we don't need these people
No.
anyway.
They went on strike. So that's the flip on the Reagan.
there is a difference.
They went on strike, so Reagan
Big
demanded
time.
they go back. These people are not getting paid. So if you're not getting paid for your job, quit. TSA, go home. Air traffic controllers, go home if you're not getting paid, okay? Because our military is cross-trained. Our military could be the TSA tomorrow.
That's right.
Period. We have enough military.
You're better off.
Exactly. We could have. You
We're
know,
already
Trump needs to
paying them
send
anyway.
the military down to do the TSA, and send the military to do the air traffic controlling, and the rest of these agencies. You know, we'll figure it out.
Well, have y'all already talked about the fact that a top presidential aide wrote a long memo saying, did anyone know, was aware that if they're off more than 20 or 30 days, then actually they cannot be asked back? And that could be, I don't know, that caused a big uproar, but that could be a way to just clean house. And then he went
need
into
to
how
clean
you couldn't
house.
fire
It
all
came
that
out on
stuff.
Rush yesterday and
Yeah.
the day before.
What do I keep saying on my show? Wouldn't you love for the 800,000 when it ends, only 600,000
Yeah.
I mean, we
Or
don't
how
need to
about
spend
four?
that.
right?
Right.
And we cut 200. I mean, I think what is being exposed.
This could be
and,
one of the reasons he's keeping.
You know, I'm going to tell you this. I read this the other day, and it just burns me up when I watch the media that will not. Okay, average income here is
$77,000.
Wow.
Now there's like five. I forget. There's a percent that is 50,000 or a little lower. So you take husband and wife together. All right, husband and wife together, and let's say they're working for the government and they're at 42,000. All right, so combined they're at 84 household. Now I'm gonna tell you, if last pay period's check caused you to get in a food line within 6 days, and you brought home 82, you got 82,000 last year.
You're living over
Something's
your
bad
head.
wrong.
You're living over your means.
So I think these things keep continuing to be exposed. They're creating bread lines. Have you watched this?
Yeah.
They're creating bread lines.
Well, what'd they say though? 78% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck and could not handle an unexpected expenditure like $400. So
And I think with the economy, it's a perfect time for them to find a job.
Yeah, there's lots and lots of
And a
jobs.
good job.
My friend Ross called me yesterday,
So-
and he was telling me, and I didn't research it to know the exact number, but Delta Airlines came out and has been complaining about flights are so far off because the government employees are not flying, and they're going to lose. It seemed to me it was $25 million over I don't know what period of time, but I mean.
Well, Nancy needs to sign up.
And
Get on
these
it,
are
Delta.
non-essential people that are flying, obviously.
Well,
So
after Delta did their employees the way they did during the recession, I don't have too much.
I mean, look it up, folks. That's what came out yesterday.
Okay, what this is exposing is they're talking about how much the economy will lose, okay, based on these people not getting paid and that money not going back into
That's
the
right.
economy.
Guess whose money that is?
That's ours. Guess what that's called? Socialism.
That's exactly right.
So they're complaining that the socialist government will not continue to circle and eat itself.
Well, that's
You know,
all we've
but
been
the-
doing with
the-
quantitative
Do you
easing.
understand what I'm saying?
The point is that we understand what a dilemma this country is in. It is either going to be a country or it's not going to be a country, and that's a fact. If all of those caravans come over here and squat and dilute us, so it's not like they're burning the plantation yet. I mean, so they they don't have money this
That's
month.
a
but-
trigger word. Be very careful.
I know, sorry. My point, what is at stake is our country, and I do not believe that's an overstatement.
No, I think you're right.
So we've got to give a
There's
little
the
and give up
scales,
a
and
little.
we've tipped the scales.
well, I mean,
Because this government shutdown has exposed how much the government we're actually reliant on the government economy and not
Right.
the private sector.
Which
And
is
that's-
scary as
Okay,
heck.
we have bumped up. I love the discussion. It's been great. Everybody's had great opinions, but we have bumped up on the time that if I don't do this now, you don't get your weekly topic discussion, and we are up at that time. We're running late.
Okay.
Bruce, what is your topic of the week, or winner or loser, and what would you like?
Oh, so top of the week and winner and loser.
Oh,
Oh,
yes, yeah, try to
40.
put it together, Bruce. It's not that hard.
step up.
Okay. Does anybody know what Agenda 21 is?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe next week we'll spend some time on that, but we
Lordy.
need to dive into that a little
we
deeper.
do.
Well,
Okay?
what is it?
Huh?
I don't know what
That's
it is.
homework.
It's a UN-generated program that's
my
been in
God.
the U.S. since 1992,
Honey, it's scary as
signed
hell.
by George Herbert Walker Bush.
Right.
Anyway.
It's
Trilateral Commission.
terrifying.
Okay. Loser of the week, Tamika Mallory, one of the leaders of the Women's March. She was on The View, I believe it was, and she refused to condemn Louis Farrakhan.
Oh, right.
So the Women's March is got this big anti-Semitism thing hanging over their head
everybody
now.
throw your
And a
hat
lot of
away.
sponsors, have dropped out, even though they still have 125 sponsors. So loser of the week, Tamika. And winner of the week, all of Georgia, I think, especially North Georgia, who basically, stopped everything they're doing, pulled off the side of the road for the return of the body of Sergeant Christopher James Lockett, who was a Marine killed overseas. They haven't said exactly where yet, but his funeral procession came up from Atlanta to Murphy, North Carolina, and I think it was a
Absolutely.
very nice gesture by all the people.
Every county line all the way up to the state line, and then Murphy took it from there. Cherokee County, first responders, and Georgia State Patrol.
And
first
citizens.
responders,
And-
citizens, and each and every. So, okay, Candace, the topic of the week, and then winners and losers.
Well, I don't have a topic of the week because I think that we've already discussed it, but my favorite winner this week, I don't know if you've ever heard of Laura Loomer. She's a
Yes.
reporter. She crawled over,
Is she Superman's secretary?
maybe.
No, okay.
That's Lois
That's
Lane.
Lois Lane. Oh, yeah.
She crawled over Nancy Pelosi's wall into her vineyard estate, set up a tent with three people that are of Latino origin, and it was there trying to get her to talk to them and talk to her about.
Bring them some coffee.
I thought you
Right.
wanted tacos.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
she says that walls don't work, so and then maybe that's true because they crawled over it. They set up their tent, they set up their little camp there, and they were going to stay. Nancy Pelosi wouldn't speak to them. She had them removed by the police. So,
Didn't ask
and then
them
of
to
course
spend
that
any
drew a
money.
response from Montel Williams, who we all care deeply about him and his opinion that, you know, that she was just a child and she should shut up by now, Laura Loomer, that is. But that's just, that was the greatest thing, because she went and confronted the issue, the wall and the illegal immigrants, and are you going to talk to them? Are you going to address the problem? And of course she didn't. She had the police remove them. So
And the hypocrisy of
and the
Nancy.
hypocrisy of Nancy, yeah, because she lives in a walled community. This is in San Francisco, in a vineyard in San Francisco. The rest of the people in San Francisco are living with tent cities, excrement on the streets, needles on the street, and Nancy's living in an abundant Eden with walls around it. And this is, she won't address
Elite.
any of these problems.
That's the
Not-
wealthiest area of San Francisco.
Exactly.
Pacific Heights.
So, she's my winner, and Nancy Pelosi is my loser again.
Rick,
I'm going to go last if you don't mind.
He warned
And I've
me.
already cleared this with Jane.
Yeah, I cleared him.
It's a conspiracy.
Just checking. Go ahead there, Jane.
Whoa.
Well, the topic that we didn't get into is quite all right, because who knows? But I think the bar thing, the confirmation of, you know, all that stuff with bars, pretty interesting. I just watched the first day, and I'm at a wall. I really don't know how I feel about him. The thing that he's best friends and has been forever with Mueller, and Mueller would never do a witch hunt. I don't know whose side he's on, if he's even on a side. He tells us he's not. I don't know. That's a topic that would be interesting to discuss. Winners and losers. You know, when we were kids, we'd say, "Oh, you're just a loser." So I'm not going to do losers. The losers that are just losers, period, is polluted and Chucky and Chuckles. They're just losers.
Nancy and
Nancy
Sluggo.
Nancy and Sluggo.
Well, you know, I'm sorry. We got the other thing just going, and we had a great time. It was a great discussion,
Yeah.
and I didn't mean to spend all the time. But
That's
William
good.
Barr was very worth us discussing.
We'll do it next.
We will
When
next-
is the vote?
Well, by that time it'll be a confirmation,
Yeah.
and we will do that. And we will discuss
Yeah.
that, because I'm with you. There's a thought. My first little bit of thought process is, he just went and said, you know, hey, yeah, okay, Mueller's good, and he let Carmela Harris and Spartacus and
Spartacus.
and he let them all those lefties say what they wanted to say, and
He seemed
you know,
all
I did
business.
like, and I don't remember is her name Carmela Harris? I did
Kamala.
like I read already. So anyhow,
Well, you asked.
Picky.
Well, she now has her
Okay,
top hit
okay, bada
parade.
bing, bada boom, move along. So anyhow, I do like the fact that she was asking all those questions, and Barr finally said, "Well, how would you make that decision?" The facts.
Yeah, right.
Did you
Hello.
see that when he said
Like
that?
Dragnet, just the facts, ma'am.
Just the facts.
Yeah.
Okay, Rick, you deferred.
I deferred
don't
to
know-
the end,
I don't know
and
what kind of deal you
I'm-
made.
I made a deal with the devil last night, and that'd be my friend Debbie down in Florida. Anyway, I rehearsed this last night. I'm going to sing.
Oh my.
I'm going to
Everybody
sing.
quiet.
I'm going to sing, and I'm
Don't
going to
interrupt
make an ass out of myself probably.
Don't interrupt him.
But
Just
I'm
don't assume.
I'm going for it. And this is in all due respect to David Bowie and the Space Odyssey. This is ground control to Speaker Nan. You're on the ground today, 'cause the Trumpster took your plane away. And here, as you sit there with the shift head, far, far away, Speaker's house is blue, yet there's nothing she can do except build the wall and open the government.
Bravo.
Ground
Right on
control.
Who
feet.
says we don't
The only
have
thing you said,
satire?
there's nothing you can do. I wanted the music.
Dun, 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 dun.
That was
Way to
good.
go.
That was
great.
excellent.
Way to go there, Ziggy Stardust.
Hey, we're gonna have to top
And
that.
then next time, Ziggy Stardust, you
Check
gotta
it
wear
on
the
iTunes.
Okay, folks, it is time. It is 9:27. We've got to get to our break, because it is time for North Georgia Senior Living with Jesse Barton, the Community Relations Director at Cameron Hall. And so we got to get to that. But I think
And I was clapping.
your watch.
I
Turn
hate
your
this
watch
thing.
off.
I hate this thing. When I was clapping for him, it said, "Are you falling? Do I call an ambulance?"
Believe me, anybody watching probably felt the same way.
This is an ad for Apple. Hey, what's going on?
I don't know how many messages that I'm going to get that says, while Rick was singing, our dog said, "Up and watch."
Started howling.
All right, this is wrong direction, wrong direction. All right.
Jesse, aren't you glad you're not having to do the segment with me?
Okay. So, anyhow, we got to go to
He's
commercial.
cutting us off.
No, I think the President of the United States should do the State of the Union address. He should do it presidential. I think he should keep the government shut down till we get full border security, everything we want on our southern border, barriers, everything that's necessary, and I think he should keep the government shut down. I do think the articles of impeachment are well on their way. I think they're coming, and I think in 2020, next election, the media will be talking about the first president trying to run for a second term while impeachment hearings are being at the same time.
Wow.
These people will not stop, folks. They're not going to
No,
stop.
they're not gonna stop.
They're not going to stop. This man
Unless they're in
he
jail.
couldn't even buy the Clemson Tigers a hamburger.
Without
Without
Okay.
it. Yeah, we'll give them a
Racist,
lobster
racist.
dinner.
No, I'm just
It
serious.
was so
I
ugly.
mean, they will not
that
stop.
was racist.
will
That they
not
said
stop.
it was racist.
They said
in
it.
my
Yes,
view.
that's right.
Now,
You're right.
now Schiff said last night, and Nadler and all of them, that this recent development with Cohen and obstruction really has all the earmarkings of what they maybe have to move forward with impeachment. Trust me, they're not going to stop. That if you go out that door and you think for 1 minute that these people are not going to stop till
No,
they
they're not gonna
actually see him leave the White House, or they make
not
him
gonna
leave
do
in
that.
some way.
I think they've underestimated the American people because they love Trump. Because he's finally got a
With you.
spine.
A group
With
of us
you.
do.
Well, I
There
think that
is an equally,
the
you
people
know,
that are really not liking
vocal.
him, a lot of them are not voters. They don't vote.
Well,
All right,
Well-
well, that we're going down the road, but I just think it's nonstop, and I'm nonstop, and I think they're going to go after him, and it's never. I don't know if it's going to end. I will tell you.
well, you know it'll end because the Senate
Will
never pass.
Here's the guy you got to pay attention to. Okay, you got to cut through all the stuff, and believe it or not, whether you like it or not, you got to pay attention to Lindsey Graham.
Yeah, who
Lindsey
flipped
Graham,
last night.
Lindsey Graham holds a whole lot of cards on the Senate side. A whole lot of cards.
I think he's trying to be
All right,
balanced.
and you gotta
Seem to be.
you gotta watch Lindsey Graham. He holds the cards on the Senate side. Okay. Take a break. We'll be right back. North Georgia Senior Living. Thank you guys, as usual, for such a spirited conversation. Thank you for viewing. Jesse's up right after this, and don't go away because then it'll be time for our Pet of the Week from the Humane Society of Blue Ridge. All right.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in J next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in J next to Walmart.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff. Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ellijay, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in Ellijay, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
The leaves aren't the only thing falling in Jasper. The prices are falling too at Days Chevrolet. Now during the model year end clearance, get huge savings up to $14,000 off Chevy Silverado Crew Cab and save up to $7,000 off new Chevy Cruze. The prices are falling on every 2018 Chevy in stock during the model year end clearance. Going on now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys always cost less.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
8 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
Welcome to Mountain Valley Motors. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Fiat vehicles available, plus a wide selection of quality used vehicles. Located at 7535 Appalachian Highway in Blue Ridge, we treat the needs of each individual customer with paramount concern. We know that you have high expectations, and as a car dealer, we enjoy the challenge of meeting and exceeding those standards each and every time. Allow us to demonstrate our commitment to excellence. Our experienced sales staff is eager to share its knowledge and enthusiasm with you. We encourage you to browse our online inventory, schedule a test drive, and investigate financing options. Visit us online or call us at 706-516-1053.
Hey folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. We're at Circuit World here in Blue Ridge, and it's time for North Georgia Senior Living with Jesse Barton, Community Relations Director at Cameron Hall. But we have a special guest with us, joining us also from Cameron Hall, Macy Dotson. Macy is the Lifestyle 360 Program Director at Cameron Hall of LJ. She's going to tell us what Lifestyle 360 Program Director is. First, we already introduced her. Tell us a little bit about your friend you brought with us, and then have her tell us what Lifestyle 360 is.
Sure. So Macy has been with Cameron Hall for a little over a year and moved up recently to our Lifestyle 360 Director. She's my partner in crime at Cameron Hall, and we have lots of events together, but I will let her kind of tell a little bit more about what Lifestyle 360 means, because we say that to a lot of people that come and visit, and they're like, Lifestyle 360, what is that?
Tell us a little bit about that, Macy.
So lifestyle is essentially, it's not just being physically active or socially active, it's everything. So at Cameron Hall, we work to make sure that our residents are physically active, they're socially involved. We meet those emotional needs, we meet their spiritual needs, and we meet their intellectual needs. So we don't just focus on getting them out and getting them exercise. We focus on all around keeping them healthy. And there's a saying, if you don't use it, you lose it. And that's one of our focuses at Cameron Hall, is to make sure we keep them active, we keep their minds sharp, so that way they don't lose that.
Okay, but you know, something I picked up in there's several great things that you shared with us, but to keep them healthy. And what I was hearing is it takes several things,
yes,
to equal the health that you want to achieve. And if you're just active in motion, that's great. We talked about that last week. But intellectually, if you're not challenging them and things like that. So what are some of the programs you guys do?
So we start off every morning with a exercise program for them. We call it Body Recall. So it's like a chair exercise program. They sit in their chairs, they have their balls, and it's essentially getting their joints moving, working on their breathing, and essentially working on their self-confidence in another way. So we're inspiring them, you can do it. Even though they might not be having a good morning and they don't feel like going to exercise. We're like, you did great today. You can do it, and that's inspiring to them. And so we're not only fueling their physical health, we're fueling their spiritual health, their emotional health, by making them ultimately feel better about themselves.
All right, outside of exercise, what are some like the activities that you guys set up? Because I think when we started here, you said sometimes when people say Lifestyle 360 program, they don't totally connect to what you're trying to achieve there.
Well,
so what are some of the other activities that equal that 360?
Sure. So I think a lot of times we as a society, and I think we've talked about this on other segments, is we see a senior, a retired person as just that. We forget that they were active in the community, that they had families. A lot of our guys were our veterans. And so we tend to, unfortunately, society tends to just throw bingo and balloon volley out. So what are some other things that we do at Cameron Hall that kind of beat that perception? What are we doing to...
Which a lot of residents do enjoy, but we also play canasta with them, we play bridge with them. So 2 days a week we fix them fresh movie popcorn, we put on a good movie for them. We have a program we call Prayers and Cares, which is where the residents will come and they will bring their concerns about their friends and family. And we actually write it down and we send it off to a lady, and she will actually pray for those people. So we have like a vast area of activities that we do. We don't just focus. We have things from like cooking. Next month we're making dog treats to send to the local animal shelter. So I mean, it's just, we try to do something different every month with them. We have parties. We have a Red Hat Tea Party. We're a member of the Red Hat Society. So it's just, we want to make sure that every day is different and every day is exciting for them.
You know, I think after your explanation, I understand myself a little more about what you're saying with the Lifestyle 360, from starting the mornings with exercise, and it's a morning exercise, because if you'll start out the day, and even when you don't feel up to it, and push yourself just a little bit, then the other things throughout the day you may enjoy much more. I'd like to do a movie, I like to do like a movie night and then a discussion group.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, I'd like to do that. But
Let's
I don't
work
know.
on that.
Huh?
Let's work on it.
I like to do that because I like to discuss what people liked about the movie, what they didn't like, what actor they liked, what they didn't like, and stuff like that. Because I think, there's book club, and I'm not saying I like book club. All right,
we do have a book club.
I like the book club, but AKA wine club. Sometimes all right, can't go down no roads.
We're digressing. Yes.
Yes, okay. So, but I like a movie club where you watch a movie together and then you start, breaking down what you like. And I would like, what I'd like to do? I'd like to watch some old movies. Do they like to watch old movies?
With that big screen and just, it was wonderful.
Exactly. I will say this, there's, not to get off track, but there's nothing more than to watch an old movie with your mom or dad, and they say I remember when that movie came out.
Yeah.
Okay?
Isn't that cool?
Huh?
That's cool.
Yeah, we should do Elvis Week. Elvis movies. I'm telling you, just saying.
Will you remember when they came out?
No, I don't. I don't know if that was very nice.
It was so nice. It was meant totally nice.
Yeah, I tell you what, I like my Elvis, like Blue Hawaii. We should do Blue Hawaii. I'm telling you, Elvis Week.
Well, then we will put movie night with BKP.
Elvis Week. There's a lot of old movies that'd be really, really good. Anyhow, getting sidetracked. I like that. So what did we not discuss that we want to discuss today?
So I don't know. There's maybe some, psychology students watching us, some people who studied psychology in school, but the different things that Macy mentioned, the intellectual, the spiritual, the emotional, all of that is part of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So they say that every person needs that to live a full 360-degree lifestyle. So that's kind of where that came from. But we're also seeing a difference as the baby boomer generation is coming in. These folks, so the World War II generation, it was, stay-at-home wives and moms that watched the home front when their husband was deployed to war. And now we're seeing folks come in that are still very active, still very intelligent, and they're more culturally aware, so they started doing more events like visiting museums, visiting theaters, visiting orchestras. So we're always evolving our program, wouldn't you say, to kind of meet those changing needs, because just as our senior is changing and being more active and involved, we're also we're having to change that program. So it is more than just bingo.
I understand.
Yeah. But I like the movie night with BKP.
No, I like the 360 program, and I like everything you got going on down there. And I want to say, as far as meeting Macy Dotson here, she's the Lifestyle 360 Program Director at Cameron Hall of LJ. One of the takeaways I want today, Jesse here, Barton, is the Community Relations Director at Cameron Hall. And this is the kind of care and concern and respect and treatment you get at Cameron Hall. And so thank you so much for bringing Macy today. It really shines. It really just expands and shines what kind of organization you guys got down there. Now, how can they get in touch with you?
So one thing that Macy and I talked about is that we do accept volunteers. So if you are on the younger end of the spectrum of senior and you want to come in and volunteer with our folks, give us a call at 706-515-4100.
So if you want to volunteer, and also if you like to talk to Jesse about the opportunity of looking around Cameron Hall or just anything at all where North Georgia senior living and assisted living is concerned, please don't hesitate to contact her. This segment, you can always find this segment on FYN TV, Fetch Your News, YouTube channel, and there's a playlist that says North Georgia Senior Living where you can watch all these and share them with your friends and family. we have a little distraction over here that we're trying to stay away from, do we not, Jesse?
I really just want to take the little one
So,
home over there.
yes, we have two puppies here today waiting. I'm sorry, I always have to say, this is the start of the show.
It really is.
All right, I can't help it. And so we're going to take a break. Jesse, thank you again. Macy, thank you so much for coming and joining us.
Having me.
And we're going to take a break, and then we're going to have who are they? The pet of the week? Pets
of the
we have
week.
a plural today.
This week is a plural.
Okay.
Unless I take one home before we put them on camera.
Okay, we could have pet or pets of the week. You will know right after this commercial from the Humane Society of Blue Ridge. Take us out of here, Josh.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East LJ. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff. Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and LJ, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment, All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
The leaves aren't the only thing falling in Jasper. The prices are falling too at Days Chevrolet. Now during the model year end clearance, get huge savings up to $14,000 off Chevy Silverado Crew Cab and save up to $7,000 off new Chevy Cruze. The prices are falling on every 2018 Chevy in stock during the model year end clearance. Going on now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys always cost less.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
3 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
Welcome to Mountain Valley Motors. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Fiat vehicles available, plus a wide selection of quality used vehicles. Located at 7535 Appalachian Highway in Blue Ridge, we treat the needs of each individual customer with paramount concern. We know that you have high expectations, and as a car dealer, we enjoy the challenge of meeting and exceeding those standards each and every time. Allow us to demonstrate our commitment to excellence. Our experienced sales staff is eager to share its knowledge and enthusiasm with you. We encourage you to browse our online inventory, schedule a test drive, and investigate financing options. Visit us online or call us at 706-516-1053.
Hey folks, we're back. We're at Circuit World here in Blue Ridge. We've gone to the dogs, folks. We've flat gone to the dogs. Who's the puppy? What? Who's this puppy? Huh? Who's this puppy?
Oh,
What do you think? Huh? What do you think?
Okay, so
Rena, tell us who we have while I'm saying hello to my pooch. There's the pooch.
these two came in right around Christmas. So this is Kringle, and this is a male, and that's Holly. And there was a third one, Joy, and she's already at foster to adopt, so she was taken pretty quickly. She looked just like Holly over here. And they're approximately 5 months old. They are puppies, as you can tell. And they love to play, and they play with each other very well. She's, as you can tell, a little bit calm, so we're gonna switch out here and let Brian hold Kringle here. Oh, and I'm sorry, this is Chris. I'm so sorry. Chris works with us. She's been with us about 2 months, and she's helping me because it is kind of hard to handle 2 of them. And this is Brian, and this is Fetch Your News. But anyway, so they're approximately 5 months old, so they may be in the probably within the next few weeks getting spayed or neutered. And They are over in General Pop, so you can come play with them. You can just come on out and meet them. They are wonderful together. They're wonderful alone. Take him for a second. I'll switch
Get
out.
you over here so people can see it. How are they going to take you home?
Here you go.
Let me see this pooch.
Yep, take him over there. There we
Oh
go.
my God! Oh my gosh! You're quick. Oh. You're quick.
So as I said, they're about 5 months
Been
old.
waiting to
This
get
is
over
little
here.
Holly, and
Wait a minute. I've been waiting to get here. All right, let me scratch your belly. Do you like a belly scratch?
oh yes, he does.
Sit with a
You
belly
don't want to
scratch.
do something? Here you go. And they're looking for their forever home. We believe them to maybe have some shepherd in them, maybe some husky, could be some chow. Kringle here has a little bit of thicker fur. They came from animal control, so I don't know the story before that. Do you remember the story before that? Where animal control? Owner surrender. So obviously someone had the mom and the puppies and was too much, so they owner surrendered to animal control and we got them. Lucky us. So come on out and visit them. It's 171 Mineral Springs Road, which is just off of Aska. Call us at 706-632-4357. Follow us on Facebook. We've got pictures of the puppies, pictures of all of our dogs and cats that are looking for homes. And go to our website, humanesocietyofblueridge.org, and all of our animals are also on our website. There is a section there if you want to volunteer, fill out the paperwork, and we'll give you a holler, and you can come on out and volunteer and play with the puppies or the cat side, help clean, and just about anything that we could use. And
Okay, what is happening here? Now I'm not paying
you
any
never do.
attention.
So I just kept blabbing on.
Okay, so these
because they are puppies and they're not fixed yet right now, would be foster to adopt.
right.
But they may, because they are getting to be at that age, they may be fixed within the next month or so, or earlier. So at that time, they would able to be adopted out and go to their home. So we do believe that there is some shepherd in them. We are obviously guessing at that. Size-wise, maybe 40 to 60, you think? 40 to 60 is a good guess. He really has some big paws there.
He's a big booch.
Yeah,
Okay, so let's focus. This
That's
is
pretty hard.
I tell you no. This makes I tell you I look forward to this every week. It just I love this so much. No matter which dog you bring here, folks, tell us a little bit about our pet. Last week is already.
Yes, Zeba. I brought Zeba last week. She was like a black lab, little mini lab. She went to her home Wednesday. She has
Yes.
a wonderful family, not too far away. And we always ask that we get pictures as they grow up and everything. She has a boy and two girls to play with, and just a really loving family.
Folks, these puppies are foster to adopt. What's that mean? Is because when you adopt from the Humane Society of Blue Ridge, they guarantee a disease-free pet, along with spayed, neutering, and chipped. Right?
Mm-hmm. They will be microchipped, that's
everything
correct.
comes in. All right, and so these nice pups are not ready to go. So, but you foster to adopt, and when they are ready, they come back, and then you can finalize the adoption.
Correct.
Right.
Yes.
So.
Now I'm not paying attention.
You go to the Humane Society of BlueRidge.org. Remember that, Humane Society of BlueRidge.org. All of these beautiful pets are online. All of their information is online. How to adopt, what's required, a meet and greet. You can come up and visit these guys, and they have plenty of cats and dogs out there, and a great staff. They need volunteers. Always don't hesitate. Welcome to the show. I apologize. I was enjoying so much. She did the introduction, but as you can see, I enjoy this time so much. But they need volunteers out there. But all their information is on the website, Humane Society of BlueRidge.org, and also their Facebook page. Don't forget, go and like their Facebook page, Humane Society of BlueRidge.org. And I can't say enough about these two. One more time, and this one's name is?
This is Holly.
Okay.
Female.
And how old is Holly?
They're right about 5 months old.
All right, and this is?
Kringle.
Kringle. Now, Kringle looks like going to be a big guy.
Well,
And
yeah.
Holly doesn't look like she's going to be as big, but they're both going to be.
She's going to be pretty close.
Right.
Yeah, but probably anywhere, we're guessing 30 to 60,
You
40
wanna go
to
to the
60.
house? You
Yeah,
wanna go with me?
he'll go to your house.
You want to go with me, puppy? Oh, the puppy, oh, the puppy, oh, the puppy. Let's scratch a belly, scratch a belly. Oh, you like the scratch a belly. You like the scratch. I'm your host, BKP. We're at Circuit World in Blue Ridge, Georgia, and we love it here every Friday. This is our Friday home. Say hello, say bye to the folks out there. This is our Friday home in Blue Ridge, Georgia, Circuit World. We'll be back Monday morning, 8 a.m. in the office. We'll be back, fyntv.com. And don't forget these segments here with these beautiful pooches that are looking for a home. You can find these on FYNTV, FetchYourNews.com YouTube channel under the playlist Pet of the Week. Okay? We ready, Holly? Ready, Kringle? Ready, Holly? Ready, Kringle? Ready, go. We're out. Oh, good love. Oh, good to love. Good to love it.